I hope you've been able to get acclimated with the week 1 module. In this video, I'm going to go over the week 1 writing assignment. Now, this is just an introductory assignment. It's a way for you and I to get to know each other a little better, maybe mostly me getting to know you a little bit better. And it will help me understand who you are as a student. This is a starting point for the semester. It gives me kind of a look into your context as a person, who you are, what you're dealing with, and what will help me work with you in the best way possible. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to write a very short essay. It's only 1 paragraph long, and it's called What I Wish My Professors Knew About Me. This is a private assignment. Only I will read it. Your classmates will not see it. And what it does is it helps me understand who you are, what affects your learning, in your everyday life, maybe just in general over the years, what you found affects your learning, and maybe a little bit of your circumstances right now. And then it also helps me know how I can best support you this semester. What you're going to write is 1 paragraph of at least 250 words. So this is not a sparse paragraph. This is one that's well developed with fully fleshed out ideas, but it is just 1 paragraph. You're going to cover who you are as a student and person, what helps you learn, and what your goals are for this class. You'll see that there's an example in the lesson, in the instructions for the assignment. I'm going to spend a little time on that example here in this video as well, so that you can see just a few things that I'm going to be looking for, and also so that you can know what I'm looking for overall format-wise. Sometimes students come in from different classes and different experiences, and it's always good to know what my expectations are as your professor for this class for format for your papers. When you look at the example, I want you to use it as a guide for your content and a guide for format. Now it says in the notes here, use it as a guide, not a template. I'd like you to use it as a template for the format, of course, but when it comes to the paragraph itself, just use it as a guide for your own ideas. Your voice should always sound like you in your writing. That's something we're going to talk about this semester repeatedly, and this is the first place where you can practice that intentionally. Now here's an example that I wrote to just kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking for. I wrote it in my own voice about my own life as if I were a student. I guess this could actually apply to me as a teacher too. It's kind of the same. So I'll read it out loud for you, and then I want to point out a couple of things. That mom life. As a mom of 3 busy student athletes, I'm on the road a lot. If we're not headed to or from a practice, game, or training of some sort, I'm probably in the kitchen trying to figure out what to feed all these people who live in my house. Somehow, I thought it was a good idea to take on school on top of all of that. I try not to use my busyness as an excuse, though, because I know most students feel this same pressure, even if the details of their lives look different from mine. Even though I'm at capacity in my life, please know that I feel really strongly about doing well on my assignments. If I start to fall behind, it's not because I don't care about class. It's because I'm struggling to balance my responsibilities. I'm constantly working on my time management skills, so if you have any suggestions, I'm definitely open to hearing them. If I stop submitting my work, please reach out to me. I know you're balancing life in similar ways to me, and I'll feel like I'm imposing on your day if I send you a message. Communication and support are very encouraging to me, even if I'm a bit shy about reaching out myself. My goal for the class is to get a B. I'm decent at writing, but it's been a while since I took an English class, so I may need to brush up on my skills. So this is an example of just what you could write it includes the 3 things I'm looking for. Wanted to point out at the top there, you'll see my name block, how that's formatted, the information that's there, name first, professor name, and then course name, and then date. I want you to try to come up with a creative title. I came up with That Mom Life. And then I've highlighted a few places here where you can really hear that a real person is behind this and that this is probably my real voice. Phrases like, I'm on the road a lot, trying to figure out what to feed all these people who live in my house. I thought it was a good idea to take on school on top of all of that. Those are all sentence constructions that make it sound like a real voice is saying this to you. So you can really tell there's a person behind this. And then you'll see at the end too, I included the word count. Now that word count is just the paragraph. It's not the title. It's not it's not the name block at the top. And I want you to kind of get in the habit of that throughout the semester. When I give word counts, it's for the text of the essay itself. Okay? So again, basic formatting reminders, use standard MLA format, double space it, use a readable serif font, the ones that always are suggested, Times New Roman, Arial. You've done this before, so I'm sure you know what I mean by that. And then, like I said before, include a word count at the end, only the paragraph is counted in that. When you submit your work, you're going to upload the assignment through the course site right on this page. You'll see the link for that below. PDF format works best when you create your document. So if you can create a PDF, those tend to work the best with the technology. But you'll see there's some additional options available to you as well as far as document types are concerned. Side note, I have this every semester. This applies to me too. I use a Mac. I use the Pages app all the time. A lot of students use the Pages app for creating documents. If you use Pages, please export to PDF first. The course website will allow you to upload a Pages document, but it will not handle that document well within Canvas. And so I run into roadblocks. Sometimes I can't read it. Sometimes I can't comment on it. Sometimes it doesn't go through the CopyLeaks software that we use to scan every document, so I have to ask for resubmissions, and then that bogs things down, and then you get late with assignments and whatnot. So to keep it simple, if you use Pages, please always export to PDF first. If you have questions about that, send me a quick note in the inbox and I can help you further. And then last thing, always confirm that your submission went all the way through before you leave the page. Sometimes students will get distracted during the process or something will happen where they just don't click the final submit and they'll feel like they submitted an assignment, but it didn't actually go through. So always confirm that your submission is complete anytime you're handing in an assignment. Some final thoughts. Just think of this as a conversation starter between you and me. This is another way that you're introducing yourself to me. Be honest, be clear. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need as far as support goes. And then if you have questions, always, always, always reach out. Again, the Canvas inbox is the best place to do that. I usually get back to everybody within 24 hours, sometimes quite a bit sooner. So that's the place to go for help there too. Let me know if you have any questions, and I am really looking forward to getting to know you.